Welcome to the What's Our Verdict podcast, where we fashion ourselves cinematic judge and jury. My name is JJ Crowder. I'm here with my co-hosts, Matzenheiner,
Better Red Than Dead,
Javier Ortiz,
What is up, my nerds?
and Ian Anderson.
Some shit.
We appreciate your help growing the podcast. Go ahead and hit that follow, subscribe, tell a friend about us. Check out our website, whatsourverdict.com, where you can listen to all of our episodes. Sign up for our newsletter to get exclusive content and updates. Pick up some sweet, sweet merch and interact with us. You can also, well, that's it. Check us out on the socials, but we'll talk about that later. This is our spoiler-free review, where we rate all of our movies on a 3-tiered scale. Worth it, meaning you should find a way to watch this movie as soon as possible. Stream it, meaning wait until you can watch it for free. And finally, not impressed, meaning you shouldn't watch it at all. Our deep dive reviews on these same movies are available every Monday wherever fine podcasts are found. Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Stitcher, Ghana, just to name a few. Today we're reviewing Venom, Let There Be Carnage. It was released October 1st, 2021. It was written by Kelly Marcel and Tom Hardy. It was directed by Andy Serkis. It stars Tom Hardy, Woody Harrelson, Naomi Harris, Stephen Graham, Michelle Williams, and Reed Scott. Eddie Brock attempts to reignite his career by interviewing serial killer Cletus Cassidy, who becomes the host of the symbiote Carnage and escapes prison after a failed execution. Yeah. Let's jump into spoiler-free. I'm going to make Javier go first.
I would love to go first. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, the prosecution will claim,
the common folk.
the prosecution will claim that this movie has bad acting and bad dialogue, and it's a bad story. But I would like to come to Exhibit A, where this same prosecution gave Black Widow a 3.6. And we all know that that was a bullshit excuse for a movie. So I would just like everyone to know, before these guys go ape crazy on this movie, that they're biased and clearly compromised. Okay. Because this movie was a lot of fun. Okay. And Tom Hardy killed it. And Venom, as always, is a very fun character. And I cannot wait to watch him bite Spider-Man's head off in the near future. I'm going to give this a stream it because it's not that great.
And there it is.
It's terrible, like right after the movie.
But it's not as bad as Ian and JJ are going to try to make it out to be. No further questions.
I'm the wild
Your
card
Honor.
here.
Oh, boy. All right, well, there's a stream it from Javier and Mattson. Go ahead, buddy.
Yeah, I'm going to go off and just say to stream it first foremost. I should preface, I never saw the first new Venom, so I didn't exactly know what I was getting into. And right away, I did not know they were portraying Venom in a way that he comes off Tom Hardy or Eddie Brock's back and like talks, and it took me a long time to get used to his interjection and his voice. And then, like, I don't know, halfway through the movie or third way through the movie, then some of the jokes did land for me. Like, I was like, okay, I get it. Like, this is how they're trying to portray him. It just took some getting used to in the largest way. And then at times I felt like I was watching Pirates of the Caribbean with Naomi Harris with her eye and everything. And that part also kind of took me for a loop. But I mean, I was entertained. I mean, Woody Harrelson, I can't say, I don't know how many times he's a bad guy in a movie. Maybe I don't watch enough movies, but I quite liked him. So all in all, I can see why a lot of people don't like this movie, but some of the jokes did land for me. So for me, it's a stream it. Again, we have seen far, 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 far worse movies than this. But I don't know if Venom and the way they portray him is everyone's cup of tea from a movie standpoint. Like my girlfriend really disliked the way they portrayed Venom, and it did not work for her. But for me, I was like, it's okay.
Fair enough. Ian.
Yeah, I don't know what to say about this one. I'm really disappointed in Tom Hardy because I really like Tom Hardy. But when it said that he wrote this, I was like, yeah, man, you probably should just stick to acting because.
Oh, I didn't know he wrote it.
He co-wrote it,
yeah, co-wrote it. So I don't know. Like there were I had some fun. It was like semi-entertaining. Some of the jokes land, some of them are way off base. And I'll be honest, like some of it just feels cheesy. Like especially the entry to the story just felt like, I don't know, cheesy is the only word that's coming to mind. But I don't know. I'm really hard between not impressed and to stream it.
Let me see if I can sway you, Ian.
I'm very
On Rotten
swayable.
Tomatoes, critics gave it a 59%, and audience score has given it an 86%.
Oh wow! See, that just
No.
makes me think that people are stupid.
So I know that you're used to being in the minority as far as like what movies are good and stuff, but you know, I just wanted to really level it out for you that you would definitely be in the minority here.
All right, I think I might be okay with that. Somebody's got to be the minority, right? This will be like one of the few times I am a minority. So
Yay!
I'm gonna go with not impressed. I mean, it's something to watch, but it's not that great.
Dude, did we just watch Cry Macho? This is way better than Cry Macho.
It is better than Cry Macho. I will give you that. To be fair, though, Cry Macho is a really low bar.
Yeah, but you're giving them the same score.
Yeah, but so you get 3 choices.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm sure it won't even come close to the same score when we get into the deep dive.
Yeah. All right. I'm just saying compromised. But cool.
Compromise. Look, this movie was disappointing. More so than I even went into expectation-wise. Like, I had very low expectations of this movie because I am in the minority that didn't like the first one very much. And part of that, to Massen's point, or his girlfriend's point at least, is the way that they portray Venom.
Which is awesome.
No, it's overly comedic. Like it's
overly
beyond,
awesome.
It's beyond overly comedic, and that's not the Venom character at all. He started off as a villain, came out as an anti-villain or an anti-hero, and now is like
the lethal protector,
comedic joke throughout both movies. Now, I put up with it and I dealt with it in the first one because it was an interesting take on the character. The problem that I have with this one is if you've seen the first movie, you've seen this movie.
Oh, yeah. So it's definitely the same story.
It's the same story with a weird, almost X-Men character added in. Like, it just, yeah. This movie it was poorly written. I don't agree with Javier that it was poorly acted. I never said that.
Oh, I don't think that. Ian thinks that.
Well, no,
I said Tom Hardy should stick to acting.
Oh, okay. Maybe I misunderstood.
He did a great job acting. It'd have been creepy to be on set for that when he's basically just mumbling to himself in many scenes. I'd be like, are you okay?
Well, he voices Venom too, right? So basically just him talking to himself the whole movie.
Yeah.
And it was really distracting in this one because there were a lot of times in this one where Venom sounded like Bane. And I was like, that's not okay. They didn't do the voice right this time.
Tom Hardy has 2 voices.
Tom Hardy and Bane. Even digitally enhanced, it sounded like Bane. I was like, come on. Anyway, I didn't have a problem with the acting. I love Woody Harrelson in most things. Naomi Harris is fantastic. Tom Hardy can act when he actually pulls it off, but it just the acting, the story. God, the story was so poorly written. It was just the same movie, and it was the same. I mean, down to the same damn gags. Like, had the same jokes. Like, they even had to force the same shit. I was like, oh my God, it's the same story. Anyway, so I was very disappointed with how lazy this was. And really, they were banking on everyone being excited for the post-credit or the mid-credit.
Dude, this is someone who sat through 22 Marvel movies that were the same thing. I don't think that's a fair criticism if you're a Marvel fan.
Dude, and I have agreed with you multiple times. Your argument holds no validity.
Yes, it does, because you can't give this movie bad marks on the basis that it's the same movie as the last one when Marvel does that all the time.
Yes, but we haven't rated the other Marvel movies, so
okay.
You don't know I would rate Marvel movies. You just assuming that I would say they're great. And that's
don't worry, Javier.
Because you have in the
we're
past.
Gonna find out.
A handful of movies.
Yeah, we are not going to watch all the shitty Marvel movies just so I can try to prove my point.
Yeah, exactly. And my point is this story was written very lazily, and even most Marvel movies pulls off their copy and paste stories better than this one did.
No,
So
they do not.
yeah, they do.
No, they do not.
They do. So I'm with Ian, giving this a not impressed. Yeah, go YouTube the mid-credit scene and be even less excited for a future movie than I already am. So with that, there is our spoiler-free. Movie's not as good as it should have been. Sorry for all those Rotten Tomato fans. Fake reviews. That's all I can say. Or very low bar on movies. So, Mattson, tell everybody where they can find us.
Well, you can find us on our YouTube channel for our spoiler freeze. Check us out on Ghana, Stitcher, and Spotify, and other places where all good podcasts can be found, like us. And check us out on social media, Instagram and Facebook and Twitter as well. Chime in. We do have a great slate of movies coming up, everyone, that you should definitely come listen to us. I could not be more excited for next week's movie.
Speaking of, next week will be James Bond, No Time to Die. Finally.
This will literally be the highest expectations I have for a movie we've ever watched doing this podcast. So I will either be very happy, or when we review, I will be extremely angry. There will be only one or the other. So we will see how that goes. Because I'm
honestly
pumped.
somehow, even with all of Mattson's hype, I'm going in with low expectations. I'm not
That's good, 'cause
not expecting much from this movie.
I already bought my tickets, and I just feel like I'm going to be let down, but I don't want to be.
I straight up forgot it came out next week. So
To be fair, you've walked into movie theaters not knowing what we're watching.
I've walked into movie theaters thinking that we were watching something else.
Yeah.
So,
Man, dude, when we watched, what movie was it? Was it Shang-Chi? Yeah, it was Shang-Chi.
Shang-Chi.
I'm like,
What did I
dude,
think we were watching?
we were talking. I don't remember. We were talking about something, and there was a preview for the Eternals on, and I'm telling him this is the next Marvel movie we're doing, and he goes, "Oh," and then the Marvel came in. And he goes, "Why this movie was made by Marvel?" I'm like, "Yeah, dude, it's Shang-Chi." He goes, "Oh, I so thought it was this or whatever it was."
Oh, I thought it was the Hugh Jackman movie.
Oh yeah, Reminiscence. That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
That shit was great. He goes, "I thought this was a Hugh Jackman movie."
So I guess that's fair, Ian. I don't know if I'm really in a strong place. Just
That's funny.
Anyway,
I have pretty low expectations for this one too, just because the hype has been way high.
I need to lower my hype level. I'm already worried.
Yeah.
well, I do appreciate that it's been the same preview, right? So they haven't shown more. I
That's
just
fair.
cannot watch that preview one more time.
Yeah, I'm kind of sick of it. The first time I saw that freaking Aston Martin spinning with the chain guns out of the windshield, the headlights was badass. Now I'm just like, this is boring. I can't watch this anymore. So,
But there's many other things we haven't seen, thankfully.
I sure hope so.
I hope so.
It is
I
2.5
hope so.
hours, so I would hope so as
Oh
well.
my gosh. Well, I expect you to bring it down notches because that's your thing. You have
Well,
butchered,
if it's
crucified
not-
movies for being long.
If they're not entertaining and they're long, yeah, I'm gonna crucify them for that. That's one thing Venom had going for it. If it was longer, I would have hammered this movie.
Dude, I would have walked out of this movie if it was long. All right.
They would have just filled it with more CGI fighting, which
Oh,
was the best
God.
part of this movie. So
It was something. All right.
because everyone stopped talking.
Yeah. The shitty writing stopped showing through.
Yes.
All right. We appreciate you tuning in. Check us out next week. Yeah. Catch you on the next one.
Bye now.
Cinemagic out.
Whoa!